But I can't. Oh, close. No. Yeah, you just kind of got to stop him in his tracks. Whoa! Buddy. Oh no! Bring that in. Yeah. Alright, how does that look now? Does it look fine right there?
Oh, that's so much better.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good right there.
Perfect. This is Milton. Milton is a tiger flame Dalmatian crested gecko. He is 3 years old, about to be 4 in March. I bought him from a breeder in Florida when I was 18 years old. Crested geckos are native to New Caledonia, which is between Australia, New Zealand, and Fiji. Crested geckos were first discovered by a French zoologist named Appenhaus Gutenot in 1886, and then rediscovered by Robert Sepp in 1994 because geckos had gone unseen for over a century, thought to have gone extinct.
When Christian showed me Milton, it was really fascinating just to see all the cool designs and the different patterns that you could see very clearly that he would show on his back and up his tail and all across his entire body. In the wild, Christian said that they're just completely brown, and because they're bred in captivity, and when now Christian has it here in captivity, it has developed these different patterns all over its body from that breeding process.
Milton's breed name comes from the designs on his body. The sides of his body have a tiger pattern on them, while his crest has a flame pattern that goes all the way down his tail, with small Dalmatian spots all over his body, but mostly on his crest and tail. When he was younger, he used to have more spots, but as he shed, they went away.
Well, it might seem like this was a seamless process. Milton was quite jumpy and eager, or nervous you could say. He kept jumping around, and it was actually more difficult to get the shots than you would be able to imagine with a lizard.
Feeding time for him? Well, I don't want to get a how-to.
He does kind of like the camera though. Since Milton doesn't live in the wild, I keep him in this tall, vertical 25-gallon tank that has thermobark and a dirt mixture, and a lot of things from the climb and hide in, like his coconut. His tank has a controlled humidity level of 50 to 70% and a temperature of 65 to 72 degrees. To make sure that his tank meets these levels, I use a mister and halogen lights. It's kind of like Spider-Man.
A cool fun fact that Christian shared with me about the crested geckos is that they actually drop their tails as a defense mechanism, and he's kept his for 4 years now, Milton has, but usually they could drop them at any point in time.
My favorite fun fact about crested geckos is that they have transparent eyelids that only close when they sleep. Whenever crested geckos get dust or debris on their eyes, they use their tongues to get it off.
And then it was time for me to hold Milton and see how he reacted to a new person, using as a climbing pad essentially. Milton was actually a lot better than I thought he would be. Didn't jump around too much.
If you just kind of hold him like that, yeah, exactly. So you kind of let him hold you, you don't hold him. And he will, he'll take any opportunity he has to jump. The second that you take your eyes off of him, or he feels like you take your eyes off him, he'll jump.
I could feel his skin, and a lot of people would think it would be more scaly and more hard, but it was actually quite softer like skin. Of course, lizards do shed their skin, like Kristen shared with me, but overall, it was definitely a different texture than I expected when I was holding him. And at first, he jumped away, but the second time, he was able to stick with me, and just using my hand, holding it out as Christian instructed, as something for him to climb on and not something to hold on to him, was really what ended up working. And he ended up working with me, and we had a nice experience before I gave him back to his rightful owner. Overall, it was a pleasure not just to work with Christian on the lizard, but to get to actually hold the lizard, Milton, get to know him a little bit better and all the background on him, learn some super cool fun facts. And it was also super cool to get to see him in live action and kind of find a different lizard than you would normally expect. Usually would think of them as more laid back creatures, but he's super jumpy, and while he does calm down, it was interesting to see such an upbeat energy from Milton, whether it was just being nervous or being excited. But nonetheless, it was a super cool experience, one that I would suggest for anyone who is looking to diverse themselves into the world of animals. And I would definitely say that my knowledge on lizards and this whole experience has been broadened from this.
Really grabbing onto him. Kind of let him do that. Just let him. Oop, that's fine.